Imagine this: Egypt and Syria. Two huge countries merged to form one superstate, one flag, one army, one dream of Arab unity. 3 years later, however, it's all gone. No war, no foreign invasion, just a surprise radio broadcast and an overnight political divorce. This is the story of the United Arab Republic, the country that vanished in a weekend. Let's rewind to the 1950s. The Middle East was on fire, politically, not literally, yet. Arab countries were just breaking free from colonial rule. Britain and France had dominated the region for decades, and now a wave of nationalism was currently rising. At the centre of all was Gamal Abdel Nasser, Egypt's president. After humiliating Britain and France during the Suez Crisis in 1956, Nasser became a symbol of Arab pride, a kind of pan-Arab rock star. Meanwhile in Syria, things were a mess. The government was weak, the military was divided, and the Syrian Communist Party was gaining power. The elites feared a communist takeover, so they panicked and offered a merge with Egypt. Yes, really, Syria basically asked Egypt to take over on one condition: Nasser had to promise no communists. On February 1st, 1958, the United Arab Republic was officially born. It was supposed to be the first step toward a fully united Arab world, a mega nation stretching from Morocco to Iraq. The capital? Cairo. The president? Nasser. The plan? Total integration. One currency, one army, one government. But here's the catch: Egypt called all the shots. Syria had hoped for a partnership, but what they had gotten was basically a corporate takeover. In just a few months, Syrian officials were being pushed out of decision making. The economy was nationalised, Egyptian military officers were stationed in Syria, and political parties, including Syria's own Ba'ath party, were dissolved. And Nasser? He ruled like a strong man. He hated communists, but he also hated anyone who challenged his power. Syria felt like a junior partner in a relationship it had initiated. By 1961, tensions were boiling. Syrian generals were furious. Business owners were losing control of their industries. The public was fed up with Egyptian domination. Then came September 28th, 1961. While Nasser was getting cozy in Cairo, a group of Syrian military officers launched a bloodless coup in Syria. They seized Damascus, they took over radio stations, and they declared, live on air, that Syria was leaving the United Arab Republic. Just like that, Egypt was blindsided. Nasser gave an emotional speech, calling the breakup a setback for Arab unity, and they even offered to negotiate. But Syria wasn't interested. They were done. The union had lasted only 1,006 days. Here's the kicker: Egypt refused to accept the breakup. For the next 11 years, Egypt kept the name United Arab Republic, even though it was just Egypt. The name didn't officially go away until 1971. Other attempts to create Arab unity followed, with countries such as Libya, Sudan, Iraq, Jordan, but none lasted more than a couple months. The dream for Arab unity looked like it was over. I guess we'll start with Nasser himself. After Syria left the Union, he was both politically and emotionally very hurt, to which he would go live and make a speech on September 30th, 1961, saying he will commit to the Arab unity and would not retaliate with force, but he called the breakup a reactionary conspiracy. Privately, Nasser was furious and blamed Syrian elites as well as foreign meddling such as the CIA and conservative Arab monarchies like Jordan and Saudi Arabia. Still though, he tried to downplay the collapse and refused to dissolve the UAR. Egypt would keep the name, however, until 1971. After this, he would focus inwards on Egypt. He would push further nationalisation of industries, crack down on opposition, including former allies, launched massive land reforms to redistribute Egypt's wealth, but he also tightened authoritarian control, turning Egypt into more of a security state. After the conclusion of the 1970 Arab League summit, Nasser would sadly die, nearly 9 years to the day after Syria had left the Arab Union. Close to 6 million people would line the streets of Cairo following his death, showing that he was a very loved leader, despite being quite controversial. Well, let's hold our horses a little bit. Arab unity may have failed back then. What about now? Let's have a look at the Middle East in 2025 and see how all the countries are doing.
You are? Why are you regulated? You're regulated? By what? You should have the freedom to say whatever you want.
Alright, well, it's safe to say that's not happening anytime soon. If you've stuck around till this far, sorry it was a short one, I had a couple problems, let's just say. Thank you. Please subscribe if you can, and I'll see you on the next one.